Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Pivot Podcast. I'm here at Podcast Row in a really beautiful, light-filled room with sounds of New York City streaming through. Here with John Bundy. John has this incredible energy, an epic beard, and a voice for podcasting. I mean, also a face for podcasting.
Face for radio, my wife says.
No, you have a face for video, which I know you do. But I'm just so excited to be here with you, John. Thank you.
Yeah, likewise.
Yes.
Very good to be here. Thanks for having me.
A little bit about John. I can already tell he's a man of many talents. He has a new podcast called Morning Fuel. He's working on a co-working space in Williamsburg, Virginia. And he's also the owner and creative director of Scribe Design, where he and his team create humorous video ads and social media strategy that draw the attention of a crowd and cause a riot around the client's product or service. Damn! I mean, how do you do that? What's your secret?
I don't know. No, see, the way that started was, what had happened was I was working for NASA in Hampton. It was just one of those jobs, to provide for my family. I go out and I work. So, and while I was there,
for NASA?
I'm an inspector. So we inspect high pressure systems there, and I don't math. So
Me either.
I'm an artist, so I'm there. And so my daughter came to me one day and she says she wanted to be a YouTuber. And I was like, I don't know about that 14-year-old girl YouTuber. Then I thought, well, okay, I can help you with that. So I became her producer, director, camera operator, and all that, and editor. And as I'm doing it, I thought, I like this. So let me look at what else we can do with video. And then I stumbled across the Harmon brothers. They've done ads that have gone viral for companies like Squatty Potty, Purple Mattress, the Poopery, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, that's awesome. I want to do that, except I won't charge $500,000 to start. I'll do stuff that local business owners can afford. So my daughter and I started doing that, and now we're doing that and then some. And podcasting is something I've wanted to do for forever. I've tried to get into radio before, but there's a couple DJs at a radio station and they don't want to give their jobs up, so it's hard getting into that, but anybody can do a podcast. So started doing that and sharing the stories of local business owners. So, and that's just an extra value that I add to my clients and then friends to come and do that. It's free. Come and be on the podcast and we get to know each other.
Fun fact about John, he didn't bring business cards to Podcast Row. He brought coasters.
Yes, I made coasters.
I know we're on video here too, of course, because it's you. But
Yay.
The coaster says, Morning Fuel, your story is not
it's
yours.
Not yours. That's
what
right.
do you mean it's not yours?
It's not yours.
If
you keep it for yourself, you're depriving the world. You're depriving the world. So I believe that folks are set free by people's stories. We go and watch movies that are stories that kind of get us pumped. When I leave like an action movie, I feel like I could tear down buildings and jump over, So when we share our stories with people, it can actually set them free from things that are they're struggling with. And so my friends and clients and other business owners come on, share their kind of origin story, and then people go, wow, I can do that too. So we're helping people out in that way.
It's such an interesting combination of origin story and the power of storytelling.
Yes.
Collaboration. And then this viral component. The thing I'm curious about is obviously everybody on some level, if you're a content producer, the dream is that it goes viral. Is that it's such great content that people can't help but share it. And the next thing you know, you have 100,000 views or
and $100,000.
And $100,000, if not a million or something.
Yeah.
But if it was easy to crack that code, everyone would be doing
it.
Right,
and you can't say, I'll make you a viral video. It doesn't work that way.
Right. I'm just so curious what you studied and how you were able to even begin to unpack what makes people go wild in videos like Squatty Potty and Poopery, both products that I own now.
Sure.
Probably thanks to those marketing.
Yay, cool. Well, I own neither, but I want a purple mattress bad. So if Goldilocks can sleep on it, I know it is, and I probably need it.
Work.
My colon needs it. So so I don't boast to have cracked the code or anything like that. I haven't had any viral videos yet, but what we do for our clients is we keep people interested by doing something funny or piquing their curiosity. What's going to happen next in this video? And as the video is going along, as we're entertaining them, because that's what we go to social media for, right? Entertainment, escape. As we're entertaining them, we tell the story of the product or service. So people learn about the company, they learn about the product as they're being entertained, and then by the end they have an option to buy or not. or do business with a company.
I love the weaving of those two things together.
Yeah. So it's like it's my favorite.
Wow.
And I get to work with my family, which is super.
Yeah. So how old's your daughter now?
14.
She's still flirting around.
It just happened. It's been within the past 6 months. And so now she is currently managing my clients' social media accounts, and she is building ClickFunnels.
Wow.
Yeah, little websites. Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah, it is.
How fun to have a family operation, and you have a son too, right?
No, I have another daughter. She's 21.
Another daughter.
She's
okay.
an artist, and we're working together on getting her art out to market, kind of stuff.
What kind of artist? What kind of art
she does
she do?
Characters. She's got this little critter called New Ray, and he's got like a moon for a head, and then like this like black nebulous body that has like the constellations and stuff like that on it. And it's perfect because America's trying to get to the moon again, so it's kind of coming at a right time. I think we could capitalize on that.
And you used to work at NASA.
I still do. I do that full time, and it's amazingly like a lot of work to do that, and then to do what I'm doing. I have 3 businesses on the side, so I'm planning an exit strategy for NASA.
But you're such a perfect example, because the book I wrote, Pivot, is all about creating that runway for yourself and having parallel tracks.
A launch pad in my case.
A launch pad? Oh my gosh, we could take these NASA metaphors to the moon.
Yes,
See what I did there?
We're going to Mars.
And how can we let this go without saying if you shoot for the moon, at least you'll land in the stars?
Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, that's cool.
But really, I love the way that you are building out this portfolio of yours of all these different passion projects. And it's interesting about collaboration and co-working space. Humor me for a minute. Okay. So I recently took a personality/strengths assessment that measures your energy strengths. I'm actually certified in this. It's called Strength Scope.
Okay.
My biggest drainer across 24 dimensions was collaboration.
Really?
Don't get mad at me, because I know it's very important to you.
Well,
now, what advice would you have for someone who's drained by collaboration? Like, I was probably that kid in college that felt like group projects were just hell on earth because give it to me and let me run with it. I don't like waiting for other people to get their program together. Maybe it speaks to my lifelong quest to let go of controlling all the micro details. How do you find a way? What do you find energizing about collaboration, and when do you think it really works as opposed to when it is a drainer?
Well, the interesting get up and setup that we have going on is the fact that you also have private offices. So when you want to get away from that drain, you go and you close yourself in your office. When you need some inspiration, you need to talk to somebody, you need to get advice from somebody, or just pitch an idea to somebody to see if it actually isn't stupid, so you go out, you open your door, you go out, you hang out on the beanbag chairs or chill in the kitchen, talk with some people, and then you go back into your office. So I know that when I am by myself, I've got an expiration date. Probably like about 2-3 days, and then I'm longing for somebody to be with. So I can go in my office. I know I've got a time limit. I'll get a lot of stuff done because no one's bothering me. I have no distractions. But then I know that I can just go out the door and hang out with some people that are real creative, and you can do that as much or as little as you want.
I love that idea of an expiration date.
Yeah.
Best if used by.
Best if used by. Right.
Right. Or a refresh. I can just picture it now. Wouldn't it be great?
Batteries are dying, and I need to go recharge.
Oh man, I've always thought we should have a little Sims character style battery above our head where people could just see.
Or a T-shirt that has like that heat thing on it, and you just see the draining going down.
See it drain, and then my friends know. They used to make fun of me that I would fall off the cliff if I were at a party or a networking event. For me, when I fell off the cliff, there was no recovering. It was just, I was done and ready to go. And
home.
There was no convincing, and I was impervious to anybody saying, but come on, just stay one more hour. They saw the look in my face like I had just fallen off the energy cliff because it drains. So for me, it drains very quickly.
Right.
People would be surprised. There's been more than one book launch party that I've gone to here in New York where I beelined for the bathroom, went in, closed the door, and waited until someone jiggled the handle to see if someone was in there.
Okay. Wow. Are you afraid of people?
He just gave me a look like, oh
my
gosh, he got really wild.
I'm thinking like, is this a fear thing? Is it like people are like spiders?
It's just I get drained. I don't know. And it's maybe something about small talk, which is my own problem. Well, you need deeper conversations then. I know.
Is that why you do this?
Well, it's why I love podcasting. Because I feel like podcasting is, at least the way I approach it, is just get dig in with someone. And we have 40 minutes, and where can we go? Where can we wander together?
I think it really all depends on the type of people you're around too for an extended period of time. So for example, I get to work with some great folks in collaboration. So for Shelley Smith, she is a woman in business. She does mentoring and coaching for businesses, right? And then I've got a pastor who's also a businessman, and he does life coaching. And then I work with folks like the woman that owns Proximo Marketing. Her name is Courtney Bazell Riley. She got me she invited me to be a part of her collaboration space in a manner of helping them. And then that helped to rekindle that fire under me to say, I want to open one of these up. And each one has a different personality. Each space, along with people, have a different personality. Mine will cater more toward creatives, whereas others are more businessy, kind of stuff. And for example, I run into an Amy Rose Miller, and she has a farm where she raises vegetables and takes those vegetables then to women who are pretty much shut-ins, single moms that can't really get out and get healthy food and stuff like that. And it's a nonprofit organization. She goes out and feeds them. And then you meet folks like Brian and Dorothy Bayford, who own and run a company called Reef in Peace, where they have an alternative to burial and cremation, where they take people's ashes, put them in a concrete tetrahedron that has holes in it, and they deploy it in off the coast of Virginia Beach in Florida, and it becomes a reef where fish can swim. So doing good. So all these different, this broad range of folks, and I get to work with them and be close to them and collaborate with them and stuff like that. It's just amazing.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I love hearing what people are so creative with these initiatives. And tell me more about Morning Fuel. So what are you enjoying about the podcast?
Oh, wow.
And what's your approach? I can imagine you're a really great interviewer. I don't know why. I just have that feeling about you.
Well, yeah. I mean,
what's your
I'm modeling after
approach?
Some of my favorite podcasters.
What are some of your favorite podcasts?
Tom Bilyeu of Impact Theory.
Oh, don't
Phenomenal.
know that one.
You should check it out.
All right.
Tom Bilyeu and Ed Milet. I think he made his fortune in insurance out in California, but he's got an excellent podcast. Very gracious hosts. I like to really, really amp up the introduction, get to know people. So I send out a questionnaire. They send me back the answers, and I pick through it, and I go, oh, this is really cool. And I put together hello and welcome to Morning Fuel. I'm your host, John Bundy. And then I just talk a bunch about them, and then just introduce them as rock stars. And then they get on, and we just talk. We just talk about why they do what they do, and they share their story.
That's so cool. I love it kind of connects in with the storytelling and even your example of going to the movies.
Yeah.
But helping your guest feel like a rock star.
Right. They're the hero. My clients are the hero. That's what we want to do. We want to be. I'm Bundy Wan Kenobi, so I'm the guide. I'm the guy that talks to them a little bit about the Force, and then they do the exploits.
I love it. That curiosity, and it just sounds like you're very passionate about people.
I love people. Yeah, I've been loved on by a lot of people, and people have helped me out of some very dark times. So I really appreciate that, and I want to share the same. We can save lives if you just smile at somebody. If you send them a text message when you think about them, and actually say, "Hey, I'm thinking about you," instead of just, "I'll call them later." Send them a text message. You'd save somebody's life.
Did that happen to you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. 2 years ago, I lost. I had 2 jobs. I lost both of them, and I imagined my family homeless, and I couldn't go to sleep. So I was losing sleep and very, very anxious, and I started spiraling down. And I got to the point where I think maybe I had a nervous breakdown and kind of my brain broke, and I didn't want to leave the house. I just wanted to sit on the couch and hug a pillow and watch food TV. I mean, that's what I did for months. And finally, I had some friends that really reached out, told me that they're praying for me. One friend I mentioned, hey, I really need a job. I can't find work. He's the one that got me the job at NASA. And then through morning rituals of exercise and meditation and prayer and worship and reading and journaling, I kind of started to come back out of that. And when I came back out, I was like, okay, I've developed some disciplines now. I'm not going to go back. What else can I do? I still don't want to know what I want to do when I grow up. And I'm 47. So, I feel better than I ever have. Let's just go with it and do it as, whatever I can. And I'm living the dream. I love what I do. I love to meet people and do.
It really seems like you're living the dream while writing the dream.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And because even it's thank you for sharing your story
welcome.
and that just coming out of that,
Right.
even from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I did get that feeling about you that this is some kind of personal renaissance that's happening.
It is.
It really seems that way.
It is. And it's funny, I never thought about that. You know, you just do these things, and then people say stuff. Like, you mentioned Renaissance. I had a guy say, you know, when he saw all the things that I was involved in, you know, he said, I never knew you were such a Renaissance man. And I'm like, well, that's cool. I'm a Renaissance man. Okay, I'm a Renaissance man. You know, but then my wife mentioned to me when I started into the collaboration space, opening up my own. I've been involved for a while, but opening up my own, she reminded me of things I talked about 10 years ago, saying, this is what you talked about 10 years ago, getting creatives together and collaborating on projects. And I was like, oh yeah, I did say that. So it's just neat. I'm walking around and things just kind of are coming to me. I had a friend that I interviewed. Her name is Marilyn Crump, and she said in her interview that you begin pursuing your goals and your dreams, and then eventually the goals and dreams begin to pursue you. And I'm experiencing this phase in my life right now recently where things are being handed to me, and I'm having to choose which good thing to receive. I want to receive the best one, not all the good ones. I can't do them all, but just receive the best ones and, you know, go with that. And share the good ones. You know, if I can share, oh, this is being handed to me. Hey, how about this opportunity? Will it work for you? That in that way.
Oh, there's so much good stuff in there.
Cool.
Kevin Kelly, who's the co-founder of Wired Magazine, he has a philosophy of giving his best ideas away.
Yes.
He actually tries to give them all away,
Yeah.
and it's only the ones that are so persistent and stick to him that
Right.
no one else will do, that then he knows to pursue
Right.
it. And I love that mindset of just the opposite of hoarding. In fact, he tries to give it all away.
Right.
And you just said something similar, like you have more, an abundance of
Right.
opportunity, and that you're actually
Absolutely.
I'm
trying to invite people in, and
Yeah.
I kind of get frustrated when people kind of turn their nose up at it, or oh no, you know, because I'm like, well, what am I going to do with this? I don't want to. If I put it down, it's going to spoil. You know, it's going to rot. You know, and I heard James Altucher. He actually said it a couple times today, but he said it in a podcast, and that is, you know, about writing down 10 ideas a day. Kierkegaard. I never knew the guy, you know,
Way to
dude
just
back
elevate
in the
the
day.
Pivot
All right,
podcast.
so
Yeah.
Kierkegaard, he had writing desks all throughout his house with paper and quills, and every time he got an idea, he'd stop and write it down because he believed you'd only have certain ideas once. So if it's a brilliant idea and you don't write it down or do something with it, it's gone forever. So he had all these paper and writing desks all throughout his house, and he would write down. So documenting the journey, I think, is very, very important.
That reminds me, I interviewed my dad today for
You did?
Podcast
For real?
Row. Yeah.
Awesome. I met your dad. He is awesome.
You did?
I would say super dope.
Daddy-o.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my dad, as I brought up on the interview, always has index cards in the front of
Yeah.
his shirt.
Important.
And a pen. So
Yeah.
there's nothing, no idea.
I write things down so I
that
don't have
goes
to remember.
unrecorded. Yeah, exactly. And just that notion, a way to bring in Kierkegaard. Thank
Yay.
you. Thanks for that. And I think it's Donald Judd who has a space in Soho. If I get this wrong, I'll correct it in the show notes.
All
But
right.
let's say there's a famous Soho artist in Soho, New York, that every floor of the building, he ended up taking over this factory space. Every
Right.
floor of the building had a different function. So one floor was dedicated to creative projects and work.
Right.
One floor was dedicated to peace and sleeping, and one floor was dedicated to entertaining
I love
others.
It. I love it.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's
so
amazing.
that anywhere you are in the space, but especially in that work floor,
Yeah.
you're writing things
Right.
down, you're harnessing those great ideas.
Absolutely. I love it. I'm
This
getting
is
so many
also-
ideas.
Oh no, where's a
That's
pen?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
This-
it's right here because
and
I
right
can look
here.
at it again. Hey, what's
We're
up,
recording
Lynn?
right now.
Yay. Mark Seaton, good to see you, sir.
This is
I
mad
love it.
skills. This is a pro right here. He's podcasting while Facebook Living,
I'm having
while we're
fun.
recording. We're in. This is like an Inception level podcast, right? Because we're like many layers of the dream.
Yeah.
We're living the
Didn't
dream.
that just happen?
Yeah, and we're now
going
being
deep.
recorded so many layers. Yeah, and
Right.
we're like, this is living the dream.
It is.
This is what I love.
It is.
It's great.
We're supposed to do this.
Yes.
We are.
Yes, we need to. Why? Because your
Your
story,
story is
not yours, John.
Absolutely.
I need this coaster.
That was inspired. You can have
I've
another.
never
I have
gotten,
two.
I've never gotten a
There
coaster
you go.
instead of a business card, and I'm digging it.
Good.
I'm going to use this on my desk.
Yeah,
and
you're good.
remember,
See, business cards get thrown in the trash.
Exactly.
Coasters get put on your coffee table.
On my
That's where
desk.
they belong.
It's going to go on my new
Yay.
desk that I got from
All right.
Artifox. They didn't pay me to say that, but it's just a really beautiful desk.
Oh,
So I
nice. They
threw
need
it
to
in
start
there.
send her some stuff, free stuff,
Yeah,
and then she'll
please
talk
do.
about you.
Please do. No, I don't take sponsors on the Pivot
Okay.
podcast.
Oh,
I'm my
good.
own sponsor.
Excellent. Oh,
That's
that's right. You do stuff by yourself.
Well, yeah.
In the bathroom until somebody jiggles a handle.
But
is that where
I
your
see what
podcast?
you did
Is
there.
that where your podcast?
I see
See,
what
I have
you
a
did
podcast
there.
closet at the
Me
collaboration
too.
space. I put the sound absorbing material in there, a curtain, and we've got a desk, and I have to shimmy the desk to the side so that my guests can actually fit.
Podcast
it's great.
life.
Pod closet.
Pod closet. Oh, I've had several pod closets for him.
Yes.
The other day I was podcasting. This is the downfall of podcasting in the summer in New York.
Oh my gosh.
I was dripping sweat. I mean, thank goodness it wasn't on video
Right.
because I don't want to turn the AC on.
All right.
I'm in a small
Oh,
space.
because of the noise.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But you're right. No, it's partly my aversion to collaboration, but also I don't like the idea of getting paid to
You're the
promote something
anti-collab.
and like even subtly in the anti-collab. I know. It's not
You're
terrible.
okay.
You know,
Just
I'll
get a
work
private
on it.
office.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah.
I
And
do.
then go to parties.
No.
No, that's right. You're in the bathroom. at
No, I'll go
parties.
to a podcast party like this one, Podcast Row.
Yeah. You're going to hang out for the after party?
See,
Or are you gonna
look
be
for
in the
me during the networking. It's
Cool.
if you don't see me, I'm probably. In fact, when I got here, I was like laying on the floor of the bathroom, but that's because my stomach was hurting.
Oh my gosh.
So look, I already checked that box of. Like,
Okay, you're done with that.
Yeah, maybe now I'll be more social when it's networking
Good.
hour.
You should.
But I don't know. I like the one-on-one. That's a big tangent because I wanted to ask you. You said this thing that your dreams are pursuing you now.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Oh, it is. It's amazing.
What, if you could unpack that even a little bit?
Okay.
Because actually, funnily enough, I did ask my dad today when I was interviewing him about what makes his muses come to him.
Sure.
And when the muses go, or how do you get them back? And,
Right.
you know, we've all been in that place. I can't imagine, I know where you were 2 years ago, but where your dreams don't even feel that they're on the
Oh, they
horizon,
were
let
gone.
alone
They were gone.
pursuing you.
I let them all go.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what allowed you to create this shift in your energy or your perspective that has your dreams chasing you now and coming to you?
Right. I think a lot of it has to do with my faith.
I wanted to ask you about
Haven't
that.
always been a man of faith. I used to go to church. I grew up in the church, but I knew a lot about Jesus, and I knew the stories and stuff like that, but I didn't know him, and I didn't know what that meant. So when I finally had my experience, and it was in the middle of a drug experience, actually, I went to hell in an acid trip.
Psychedelic? Okay.
And I had a conversation with God, and then in that conversation, I heard my own voice as a child in preschool singing "Jesus Loves Me." So at that moment, I was like, okay, something clicked, and I was like, okay, all right, I got to find, So that began my journey. I mean, I didn't all of a sudden get saved or whatever at that point, but I started my journey kind of seeking what does that mean? What does that mean? So, fast forward a bit, I got around some people that I knew him. I'm like, what do they know that I don't know? I mean, they go to church, I go to church, whatever. But they had something else that I didn't have. So I got around them, and then I eventually just remember just saying, Jesus, I want you in my life. This was October of '94, and now it's years and years later. I've got wife, children, hard times, depression, anxiety, all that stuff. But I always had that time to go back to, and was reminded that there's more to life than me. It's not all about me. It's about something bigger, something more. And then, so I was able to come out of that bad experience again and again and again. And this last time, I really feel like I got to the point where, okay, I'm never going back. I felt like I gained something from all of those experiences where it's not going to happen again. So, and here I am, and I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I'm having a lot of fun playing right now. It's just a lot of fun, and my family gets to work with me, so it's great.
I know it's so special that
it is.
are bringing them
And
into
they
the
want
fold.
to. That's the cool thing. I'm not making them do it. They want to, so it's good.
Yeah, we wanted to ask you about prayer and worship because you mentioned that's part of your
Yeah.
daily routines. And I was studying at Union Theological Seminary for a semester and a half.
Cool.
And now
So you're
I'm
an educated person.
I don't know
good.
about that. I was getting educated
Right, I
and
got
learning
you.
so much
Right.
about different religious. My concentration would have been interreligious engagement, so I was
Okay.
very curious about building
Okay.
bridges. I mean, I
that
still
sounds like
am.
collaboration.
You're right. You're gonna get me to collaborate by the end of this interview, whether I like it or not, aren't you? What are some of your personal faith or worship practices? You don't have to
Oh wow!
say.
No, I'd love to because
And
I
do
think
you mind
it's not
saying
just for me.
What denomination or what? You don't
well,
have to.
I was born and raised in a Presbyterian church, saved in a non-denominational church, but I think it was more like a Baptist church with a cool website and a coffee shop. And I visited many different churches. I'm currently attending an Assemblies of God church, but I don't have any denomination like embroidered on my underwear, so I just love Jesus. And I think the more I just kind of get into that and realize that it's my relationship with him, and then I share my life with other people, the better I feel and the better things happen. Like my family is healing, and and my relationship with my dad, which was very strained growing up, is getting better and better, and I just meet the greatest people, and my pastor and his wife are like unbelievable. Like I can't tell you, they support us. When I told him that I was coming to this and I needed money, and I'm trying to figure out how do I raise money to come up here because I'm opening 3 businesses, I'm strapped for cash,
Yeah.
I don't have the money. He goes, put me down for $250.
Are you serious?
And that started the, oh wow, so I'm just going to put it out there and
Wow.
invite other people in. Yeah, he started that, my pastor, Ken Kramer. Yeah.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah.
Because you're such a gift
Yeah.
to this whole day.
Oh, shush. Come on,
I'm
girl.
so
Well,
happy
thank you.
you're
You are
here.
too. And then when it comes to the worship part of my morning routine, I'm currently listening to music by Upper Room. There's a song called Defender.
I'm going to put this in
Oh,
the show notes.
yeah. Upper Room. And is it time to go? Okay, cool. So Upper Room, Defender, and it's just amazing. So I would pull that up on YouTube.
My favorite song, so I didn't grow up with any strong religious practices per se, but Oceans by Hillsong, the
are you
Hillsong
kidding me?
slays me.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
John,
Wow.
this was such a joy.
pleasure.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, you're
Where
welcome.
can people find you if they want to learn more and keep in touch?
Okay, well,
and collaborate.
Yeah, collaborate. So Ignition Workspace is opening in Williamsburg, Virginia. We don't even have a Facebook page or website yet. I'm working on it this weekend, but I'm kind of busy this weekend. And Morning Fuel Podcast is on Facebook. At Scribe Design 1 is also Facebook, and johnrichardbundy.com, www.johnrichardbundy.com, and you'll see my face on there, and you'll okay, that's his website. So
Amazing.
yeah.
John, thank you so much.
Yeah,
what a
thank
joy.
you. Wow,
Thank
you're
you.
cool. Thank you so much.
too.
It's great stuff.
Awesome.
Hey.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. See ya.
See you later.
Laters.
Thanks for watching.
And I'm turning off. Wow, you guys rock.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you know that Jenny